love it when I turn up the bass.
Hello, and welcome, and we are live. Now, if you lot us, I'll tell you something, right? It's a good job I can mute you lot from actually going out over the stream, or otherwise, all of that little kerfuffle you pair just had, right, would have just blurted out into the world. But never mind. Professional here. You know what I mean? Fucking.
They didn't hear about us talking about you and your porn collection.
Right, I just unmuted you. But yeah.
Wobbling, you're double glazing.
Fucking unreal. So, are you a slave?
Yes.
Yes, the Massa?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck no.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
To the rhythm. Sorry.
You don't want to believe that you're a slave. But unfortunately, everything around you dictates that you are.
Then I will destroy it. I am Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus.
Oh, listen,
Premises of what you think a slave is, then, Priest.
Yeah, because there's different.
Well, it's
There's
like you
different
said.
meanings.
I watched something on about the Royal Mail scam bollocks, what they're doing. You know, basically trying to fuck the Royal Mail up and have them all having EVs and stuff. And I'll read a comment on there. You know, has everybody ever wondered why the working class are always the poorest? And so that shouldn't be the way it is it? The working class, right, shouldn't be the poorest class. They're the ones working. They're the ones putting into the country. They're the ones that actually makes the fucking GDP of the country. They shouldn't be the poorest or in the poorest group of people. Shouldn't happen. Not when you've got dickheads pushing a pen that don't know their arse from the fucking elbow, but because they know somebody in the boys' club, getting a nice little bit of coin and never actually having to do a day's work in their fucking life, really.
Yeah, but who's going to put a person from Yorkshire or from the fucking Midlands in charge of anything?
Well, he
Why not?
promised us
I
in
don't
the
know.
70s more pleasure, more leisure time, more money. You'll be able to go wherever you are because you'd all own a car and all this. But when the working class got to earn a decent living, we're living nice, we get all this. And let's not just stop these fuckers. Let's take all the money off in the biggest transfer of wealth that's ever existed in the history of humankind. Let's
How?
take it all off the fucking poor and working class and let's give it to the billionaires, the banks, and the corporation.
Well, the fact is, right, we should not be in this situation, right, where the country is a rich country. Right? We can't dispute the fact that England as a whole is a rich fucking in-resource country. We make enough fucking money. That's obvious because the amount of tax that we fucking pay. And how free the politicians are to spend fucking, not millions, we've gone past millions now, millions is like fucking £1,000 like last month, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're into billions and trillions now. This is the figures that we're dealing with, of billions and billions, and they just squander this money, and all this money is out of your pocket. Each and every one of us in this country has had our money took out of our pockets and just been pissed up the wall by the government, and there's no recourse for it. There's nothing.
Well, they've printed money. We've gone from the hundreds of thousands and the millions. They've printed that much fucking money is why we're now into the billions and fucking trillions. Because these bastards just print it.
Yeah, but we had this argument last time. This country is owed trillions.
Yeah, we're not in debt.
We're owed more, yeah.
We're owed more than what we owe out. We're not in debt.
Yeah, we'd like to cash in, please.
But the thing is, if you look at every country that's in debt, that apparently owes trillions. Let's take America. How much does it owe? 30 trillion? 40 trillion? Something like that, isn't it?
I ain't too sure.
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's just last week.
But
You know, then you've got us that are supposedly nearly 3 trillion in debt. Then you've got China. I mean, who believed China were in debt? But China are in debt to trillions. So who's borrowing all these trillions? Because as far as I'm aware, there aren't that many people that are trillionaires.
I think
And
it's
if they are
on-
trillionaires, they don't have $30 trillion to borrow somebody like America.
well, money's a fiction, and there's the rub. You see, you don't need trillions of dollars. You just need a computer that says you've got trillions of dollars.
Mm.
So
It's the bonds as well, and it's also the banks. So, like, you know, the banks lending out more money than what they physically actually have, and that's what you're saying there, free. You know, another way of saying it. You just need something to say that you've got that amount of money. You don't necessarily do.
I mean, for every pound, what is it? For every pound that you put into the bank can then lend 90 pence
Mm.
on the back of that. And then fractional banking, and that's how come you can have big fucking huge numbers. You know, half of these companies. Here's a telling stat, Lenny. Elon Musk, right? He had to fucking lie and apologise to fucking somebody or other, because if he didn't, the banks was going to stop his fucking daily payments for Tesla. Tesla would have been scuppered. Right? If he didn't apologise and said, you know, all this bollocks.
Oh, they're going to pull the plug.
Right. Now, hang on. He's worth how many fucking billion? Right? But he shit himself at the thought that the bank can stop his actual fucking cash money.
Yeah, but this is thing. Is worth what? 200 and apparently it's richest man, but that even he denies and says I'm a drop in ocean compared to others. You know what I mean? 200 and was it 55 billion pounds? Why didn't they buy a bank?
Well, that
Yeah.
Ye made me laugh. That Ye mentioned the 4x2s, and all of a sudden, he couldn't even get hold of his money.
Yeah, but he's a bit fucking doolally, isn't he? I mean, I did like his first 2 albums. The bloke's a fucking nutter. I'm sorry, but yeah, he's not the full ticket.
He's
And Elon-
he's known to go through not just a few weeks of mania. We're talking about a few years of, and then comes out, and then he'll have a huge long term. So I've been, I don't know the man personally, so I wasn't there.
Me, myself, and I.
Mm.
Well, you had that fucking Hurricane Katrina where he turned around and went, "It's because we're black." You know, George Bush is a racist. You're like, no, George Bush is inept. The amount of you that are having shit, I can't see it being down to race.
Oh. See, the videos were about slaves and everything. Slavery was never about race to start with at all. Race wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? It was just labour. That was all it was. And that's why you had every nationality under the fucking sun being sold as a slave.
The only
thing
time
is with the black Americans is the fact that they say they were, the first brought across to America to be slaves. Well, actually, apparently the first slaves that set foot into America were 100 kids from Ireland.
Yeah. Probably needed the chimney sweeping.
well, they won't be using to grow potatoes, would they? I mean, let's be fucking honest. They're the worst fucking point. The only times in history you've ever used race in slavery is when it's down to sex slavery. And let's be honest, you wouldn't go down a certain fucking race for that sort of thing. If it's always been the same. You go for the thing that you can get a lot of for cheap amounts and sell for the most profit. So if you're able to buy a shitload of fucking people on the coast of Africa for seashells and just worthless shit you're finding around the area, and for some fucking boom sticks that go boom, you got them fucking next to nothing.
Tribes that were selling them.
Yeah, well,
I mean, let's not forget.
that's the whole point, isn't it?
No, exactly. I mean, that's getting a bit too deep, Gam. It's
Sorry.
it's just getting back to what it was. Is we, they, people, in the eyes of those that were in control, were just another commodity.
So
to be
we are.
bought, sold, traded, and a profit earned out of.
See, now, if you look at the hierarchy of what we now call, society, from your people on the dole, working class, your middle class, and everything else, right? You also saw that in the slave trade. You saw your menial labourers that would be out, doing menial fucking labouring jobs. Then you'd have the ones that could sew. Then would become, ones that done a higher paid job. Or, well, now we'd have a higher paid job. You know what I mean? And they'd look down on the ones that was out in the fields or whatever. And so on and so forth.
Jewelers, dentists.
That hierarchy in what we look back and go, that was the slave era. That hierarchy hasn't fucking changed. The only thing that changed is, instead of having whips and chains, you have taxes and bills. Oh, but here's enough money for you to survive on, just like back in the day, they used to give you enough food and water so you could actually survive because you're a fucking labour resource. So now they just give you enough money so you can feed yourself and buy, stuff, but you're still that fucking labour resource. And that goes up and down the classes. Right?
Yeah, but obviously the lower
Even in a democracy.
are the easiest ones to control.
Obviously.
Because
So-
if you don't send your kids to school to be indoctrinated, we got social services to bear. Obviously, this is across the board, but mainly aimed at the working class or the lowest end of the spectrum. If you refuse to pay your council tax because you're fed up of your money being used to pay for Premier Inn to get rich whilst they house half of Africa, you'll have debt collectors come round. And
Exactly.
they'll take your shit. And if and then next one up on that is Mr. Policeman comes along and takes you away from your family,
I
your
mean,
wife.
let's have it crystal. In this country, you get taxed to die.
Everything.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only do you get taxed as the person who's died, because you've had to pay into some sort of insurance or something to get yourself buried and all that bollocks, but anything that you leave behind can be used to pay for your funeral, and also, if you leave enough to, your next of kin, they get taxed fuck knows how much on it as well.
Yep.
Yeah, in the old days, you used to be executed, and the execution person's family had to pay for the execution.
Yeah. When you get
Oh,
put in
geez.
prison, your family had to pay for your food and that, otherwise you'd be back in prison when you got released under debt because you didn't pay for your food and your bedding.
Debtor's
No.
prison.
The word itself, slave, comes from slave.
And then we turn this slightly towards the fact that we knew, and the media knew, 6 years ago, right, that kids were dying from mining cobalt for batteries, right?
Yeah.
Now, everybody's had a lithium battery in the phone, in the computer, or in somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But why is it only in the last 12 months or so that they've started going, this is really bad? Oh, because now we're looking at more and more cobalt required for electric vehicles. So everybody that buys an electric vehicle must know by now that there's a good chance that it took a kid's life to create that car.
Yeah.
So how
right,
can
right.
these people claim virtue and being fucking happy, joy, when they know that their car that they're driving around in, their Tesla or whatever the fuck it is, has literally cost somebody's daughter, son, their life to
Very
produce?
green of them.
You know what I mean? It's a bit raw, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, very green of them.
Yeah, I just don't know why people go out and buy electric cars and then buy feminine cars afterwards as well,
Freezing weather, the fucked. Snow, the fucked.
Because they
Well,
tried to show
well-
off the masculinity and fail.
It's like, these people go out and buy 4x4s that can't actually go off-roading. I mean, what's the fucking point?
Oh, stop picking on Callum, man. So fair.
You were getting look, fucking talk about a faux pas there. Stop picking on Gammon the Gappy Tooth. Oh, I swear.
Well, I mean,
Guy that buys a big bike and then tries to take it apart and breaks bits on it, and then buys another bike that, when he parks his derriere on it, swallows it through his derriere.
you mean when he sits on it, he looks like he's wearing a thong that just happened to resemble a motorbike?
Yeah, it literally. If you ever watch the episode of The Simpsons where the fucking monkey gets on a tiny push bike, it's kind of that's what it looks like with me.
He learned he needed a donor bike from somebody else, I'm sure.
No, he learned you needed two fucking motorbikes stuck together. Them saddlebags get
Look at his
drafted.
shaky little face. He's got nothing. He's like, fuck
Oh,
him, he
man,
got
but
me.
he's trying to get his missus on a 600-mile journey on the back of a bike.
Fucking thousand.
Not even a sidecar to say.
Anyway, how did we get onto that type of slavery? All right. Well, we was
Oh, well, it
was on about like
Look.
things that we can't see and touch and feel. We're now into like BDSM and bondage. Can we like go back to the other one?
No.
Oh, we don't like it. You don't like it, up 'em.
Well,
Yes means no. I'm not. No, not on the YouTube.
so
Leave it on.
anyway, moving on.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's my thoughts on that. You say that they're in an effort to be green. These people essentially have blood on their hands, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And you also said about mobile phones and the computers and every modern device we have. So, how do we square that peg? How can one say, "Oi, you"? Is it just purely about their hypocrisy? Is that the that the thing?
The thing for me is people fucking. It's. I want virtue for being this, although I know now. Right? I mean, did you know when you first bought a mobile phone that there was some little kid somewhere dying because you had a mobile phone?
No, I just
I didn't
if I
know
knew
that.
that, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have stuck with a fucking whatever was available at the time.
Right. So
I'll agree with that.
yeah,
I think these newer phones we was all aware of, these latest and greatest Android
Hang on,
devices.
stop. He said when they
when the first come
when they
out,
first came out, and I'm a lot older than you, mate.
Yeah, don't say.
Right.
well, God's dog's
So,
got fuck all on him,
no.
has he? You know what I mean?
They were still being built into our fucking cars at the. Oh, you can't.
But-
Yeah, they were. They had the big batteries under the driver's seat.
Yeah.
The batteries
Yeah,
were
like a
under
red
the
flag.
driver's.
But them was Nike had.
Man in front of the car.
Well, either or. Had I known, and then had it then gone onto them,
Oh.
because these were still big fuck off phones like this as well, even in the car. But the first walkabout ones, the Motorola's. Any, of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
I was looking back and trying to find out when was it first broken that we knew, right, that this cobalt, right, was killing kids, right? And it seems to be around 6 years ago. It was the first news flash headlines that I could see. Right?
Mm.
Well, why? They obviously knew this beforehand. Why?
Oh, right.
Why?
Okay. I've got a theory then. It's a push so we're going to get rid of the internal combustion engine. We're going to push you onto something that, first of all, isn't sustainable anyway, because there isn't the infrastructure.
Oh,
And then we're then going to say, oh, by the way, we're going to have to ban those EVs as well because of the child labour involved. That's the only
Yeah,
way
but-
that I can. But
No,
It's like
They-
Sandra-
they don't care
Sandra
about the child
Bullock.
labour. This is
Well, it's
the
like
cold
Sandra
truth.
Bullock, isn't it? It's people far, far away.
Oh God, yeah, with that. Oh, but they live far, far away.
I'm
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
Can't see from my house. Don't affect me.
yeah.
But I'm with Flux. I know Flux was skirting on it, and he doesn't. I actually genuinely believe that is our future thing: is to get everyone off the roads and just stop freedom of movement. Hence this thing they're bringing in at Oxford in
And
Canterbury.
why are they? Why? It's got fuck all to do with them.
Well,
Control.
if they can stop you from moving, they can control you more. Where the fuck can you go?
Yeah, control the internet, control the pubs. You
Go
get
loopy.
I mean,
you get
Go
on.
really loopy.
we've already seen how fucking this population of the entire world is pussy whipped to the point where
Oh, yeah.
to the point where you can fucking tell somebody to put a piece of fabric across their mouth. Now, them knowing that this is just a piece of fucking fabric that's not going to do fuck all apart from restrict your breathing, right? And tell this person that is going to save somebody's life. And the fuckers will do it.
No, and also
Let's
on
not
top
talk
of that,
about the women with penises.
if you don't, and if your neighbour doesn't put on one of these things, then don't forget to phone the police and snitch on them, because this isn't 1930s and 1920s Germany whatsoever. That's
2 seconds.
So, I mean, where the fuck? We already know that, well, by now, you should know. If you don't fucking know, you're a bit late to parade. But the pandemic was just a fucking test to see how fucking much people will do on somebody's say-so.
Well, no, it
Nobody-
had agendas as well, didn't it?
Oh.
It had agendas. It went from China to the US and back to vaccinations.
Bill Gates will be
It had
proud.
this agenda.
Didn't
Literal.
go as planned, did it? Because even though they said all these people have these vaccines, they didn't. They fun out that
Exactly. Exactly.
it's half and half. Because if you remember, they gave millions of vaccines away.
And continue to. They keep continuing to push it and push it. No one's interested anymore. We know your plan. Fuck off.
It was to make a shitload of money for a shitload of people. And by the way,
I know it did that.
you all were
Fucking
paying
did
for
that.
it
As
yet
I
again.
said, biggest transfer of wealth ever in the history of mankind.
I mean, 36 billion on a fucking app that didn't function for fuck all.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And
Yeah. How much does it cost to program?
17,000 high street shops have closed.
yes,
You've
Jeff.
got farms that are being punished for using carbonized oxides and nitrogens, and you got them wanting to cut. Well, yeah, we all know what these bastards are up to, and yeah, you ain't gonna get away with it. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with fucking Jeff with that one. COVID was an IQ test. Yeah,
yeah, most
Well,
of
it ended up being.
you over room temperature.
I mean,
How many were willing to jump on the cliff? Yeah, here's me arm. I want to go on holiday, and that's all it took.
well, coercion is illegal, especially when you're dealing with experimental drugs. But we seem to have dropped that from the
Blackmail.
Nuremberg Code, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Blackmail with the mandate.
Well, that's coercion.
Yeah, that they're fucking reading some of the Guardian articles on that with Kung Flu saying it wasn't coercion, it wasn't this, and it wasn't that, and it hasn't broken the Nuremberg Code. You're like, fuck off, didn't it?
Don't you mention that student ragging here.
Hang on, right? Shall we put out a disclaimer about misinformation for a start? Yeah? All misinformation, the majority of it, has come from fucking, what is it, the FDA?
CDC,
CDC?
WHO.
Yeah, and more importantly, fucking Anthony Fauci. That cunt. So, when he gets done for misinformation, give me a fucking strike. Yeah? Because he's 99%, 100%, drop down to something like 30% effectivity for this bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, you will never be able to get it. You won't be able to transmit it 90% and down
Yeah.
everywhere, as you just said. Absolutely, mate.
I mean,
Now, what I'd like to stress here, very importantly, is there was one number that disappeared from everything, and that's the 99%.
Yeah.
Now we're
99
talking
point something.
99.99% survival rate in children.
Yep.
99.99%. Now we went down to 99% with the 82s, which I think the 82s were around a 96% survival rate. So 99% disappeared from everyone. So these people have coerced, blackmailed, done all this for the coercion. I lost me.
well, to see how fucking easy the population will fucking suck it.
Well, it's two-pronged, though, isn't it? Because if anybody is amongst the group that has lost anybody to this, it's not just about control to see how much they control. It's also about fucking kitten, about the removal of somebody from here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that are fucking that should still be here that have gone due to
Yes.
mainly the NHS fucking rather doing TikTok than fucking doing the job.
I could not agree with you more.
I
I
mean,
could not agree with you more.
I'm good, mate. I'm waiting for the firefighters to turn up at the next fire and go, nah, man, it's on fire. Too hot.
Too hot.
Can't do it.
I don't agree with that. Let's look at this, right? How many people died of flu?
What, annually?
Roughly 149,000 a year, apparently.
Annually, you on about?
I'm talking
Annually.
COVID. How many people died of flu?
During COVID, nobody.
The flu disappeared.
Exactly. How many people died of COVID?
About
All those that died of
149,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Nothing changed. The world didn't change.
All they did was change the statistics from flu to
And
COVID.
hit 99%.
You missed the other one though. How many people died of the vaccine? No one.
No,
Well, this is the thing. More people have died of. You look at your family and people close around you. Those people that have been jabbed at the moment, they've been ill for around 6 months. And I mean, they keep repeatedly getting ill.
Yeah, my friend keeps banging on about it that he's had the flu for a fucking long time, and that's because he's being jabbed.
yeah.
But, like,
I just keep
Well-
him mouth shut. I'm not going to upset him.
Just out of curiosity, because I'm assuming everyone in here has not had the jab. If you have, oh well, but do anyone else have the enjoy and exaltation of when you meet people with whether it's family or friends or strangers and they've had the jab that you just sit there with a little smile?
No, I fucking well
No, it's
don't.
quite worrying, actually.
No, I
Because
don't.
we've all got
Can't.
family
No.
members.
No, the complete fucking opposite, and that's the thing that gets me, right? With having this sort of conversation with people on the other side, they fucking turn around and say to each other, "Oh, do you love it when you talk to the unjabbed and they say they're unjabbed? You have that wry little smile going, you're gonna die," because they're coming at it from a position of being a cunt. I
Yes,
don't come
right.
from being a cunt. I come from a fucking position of caring, worry, fucking stress that I'm going to lose more
And
people.
anger.
And anger at people that. So, no, I don't have a wry smile. Not when it's family, not when it's friends.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I don't.
He ain't
We've
got
all
many friends, has
family
he?
friends.
Oh, right, so I fucking forgot where I was. I've got no family left. And I just know people through
Other
well,
people,
mainly the
maybe.
cashiers
Yeah.
at the co-op.
But
I know of a few dead, which you'd never have thought. and
No,
worse.
I don't.
My close circle is just like a chaos. Yeah, I'm beginning to think I'm the jinx.
Sorry, Gam, I didn't mean to jump on you then.
No,
that, was
no,
my,
you-
that was my anger at other people being expressed.
I wouldn't
at
worry
you.
about
I
it,
do
mate. You jump on him,
apologise.
you'll bounce straight off.
Control your emotions. It's perfectly fine. I mean, YouTube's the perfect place to display it.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to jump on you. But,
I know.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, just clarify, just to help him out anyway. Just clarify.
You didn't like you, Gavin.
I'm looking at backwards through it from Brexit and working its way. All these things that all these people give the wry smiles and the condescending looks, and we're like, yeah. I mean, Brexit. I still say the same thing every time people say
It ain't
about
happened.
bring up Brexit now. I'm like,
Yeah,
where's my prostitutes along the A20? You promised me prostitutes. You promised me hours of delays, and you said to me that as soon as we got Brexit, the moment we voted for it, I mean, because we're still waiting for it to be implemented, the moment we voted for it, there'd be mass unemployment. Why is it shitloads of places, even the local fucking greasy spoon, is begging the staff? They can't get the staff. Who lied? So that's why I have that wry smile. It's just after all the years of bollocks and bullshit, global warming, Greenpeace, saved it all. Ukraine.
You've
I
got
mean-
a lot of people that are that are well known, and they ostracized people. During all this, they ostracized. They literally said, "Get a life or go and die." These people, that get karma.
And we don't have to be like that.
You nod your head, but this is
We don't have
far
to be.
wider and far worse than anything we can.
This is
dream up,
this
really.
is much worse. I'm with you, Tramp.
It come to
This
the
is
point
fucking awful,
where
and it's
fucking
being pushed to under fives now as well.
well,
Yeah,
really?
It's fucking yeah.
Really?
we had a point of where people were actually fucking saying, if you're unjabbed, you shouldn't be able to get any type of fucking medical care.
Yep, Charlie
yeah.
Mullins, you piece
Shouldn't
of
be outside
fucking
your house.
shit.
Right, so, hang on.
You piece of
I can
cunt,
go out
Charlie.
and become a smackhead, and jab everything as long as I've had the fucking jab in my veins, right? And you'll spend millions on my fucking rehabilitation or whatever,
And your HIV.
all that shit.
No,
But
yeah.
because I refused to have an experimental
One
fucking
experimental jab.
I now shouldn't be allowed to have any type of fucking healthcare that I've paid into the system to provide for.
Or work.
I want a
And the
full
bloke
refund.
that's telling you that wearing a mask with flies buzzing around it.
That Mark Nolan on
That's the
GB
case, I want a
News
full
had his
refund.
tongue up fucking Charlie Mullins' arse 2 days ago in an interview. Fucking pieces of shit, both of them.
Who's that fucking Poundland Rod Stewart that is working for fucking
Charlie
Fox?
Mullins.
Hey, same one.
Yeah, the big wig, fake teeth,
Oh, mate, once
orange
it comes
face.
out, once old Mr.
Pimlico
fucking
Plumbers.
Once Mr. Fake Town from Essex, it all comes out that this COVID fucking jab shit was dangerous. Maybe we should redistribute his fucking wealth. I mean, I'm not all for theft like the socialists are, but maybe he should recompensate every
I
single
think
fucking person
slowly
that's had a problem
they're
with
all finding out what's going on. Slowly, it's all coming out.
I don't agree, Tramp. It's same with this Dr. John
you won't be
Campbell,
able to
mate.
hide it soon enough.
But
I know the amount of people that have actually fallen down, and even just the sports, as we had a table the other day on how many sports people are on. Even to that degree, these people are still going, oh, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah, but haven't we seen something like a 400% rise in fucking heart attacks in the last year?
Mortality's gone through the
Allegedly.
roof.
Allegedly.
Yeah, don't forget the allegedly, because otherwise,
Hey,
Well,
the ONS
I'm
don't
pretty
lie.
sure I've seen that figure in a fucking a post. It was something like 400%. Fucking of heart attacks have increased.
It's not just heart attacks, though, is it? It's heart attacks, blood clots.
And it's the age group.
Ah,
The age group, it's 20 fucking 5s to 38s.
The thing,
You know what I mean?
the thing is,
It's
though,
the
right?
group.
Just remember, my mum's dead, yeah?
What you can't do
and mine.
is
Well, mine's from the job.
mine could have been.
Right. What you can't do is just simply go, right, well, because 400% increase in heart attacks, it's got to be because of that. You can't do that because of all the other fucking restrictions that was put on people, like not being able to go out to get exercise and fucking go to the gym and stuff like that. You're going to have more people putting on more weight, fucking dying from heart attacks and stuff like that. Anyway.
I'm sorry,
I'd
I'm going
have
to
thought.
disagree. I'm going to play it by their way. And their way was like back with the COVID thing. If you died within 28 days of contracting COVID, then you died of COVID. So I'm looking at it on anything and I'm going to apply it to their logic. So if you died within 28 days of having a jab, doesn't matter if you got run over by a bus, you died from the jab.
That's
how
a really
I'm-
good fucking good.
long-term
That's a
effects
really
of
good.
the
I
bubble.
like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
But I
but
would do their own game. If they don't want to move, then no, we'll hold the candle to their feet as well. Let's see which one
Yeah,
moves
but-
out the 69 position.
where's the
It's all about
sense in
them
it?
immunities.
What is the point
All
in
about them
fudging?
immunities.
Look, all I want is the fucking truth. If you give me the truth, I'll make my own fucking mind up on anything, right? But I need the fucking actual truth. Now, where are we
And if it
benefiting?
is,
Where are we benefiting
if it is-
anybody by fudging the figures to make it fucking sound, better or worse? I just want the actual figures of what actually
and if
happened.
there's something to do with the vaccine, then surely to God, one of the first things we should be doing is having a look how to reverse what's maybe going on. I haven't heard anything that said, right, we need to look into this. We need to now maybe reverse
Because
some of
who
these
would look
things."
into it? It would end up at Pfizer and Moderna, the guys that created this
Unbelievable.
shit.
Yeah.
Or it would end up
Who's
at
gonna-
people that get funded by an organisation that are looking for certain results, which is what we found out allegedly during the whole bollocks and debacle, where people are saying we're spotting problems with this, but if we actually say about it, we will lose our financing from
Yeah,
the
but they've had to
CDC.
admit it during court cases. Remember, they tried to, throw their own fucking adverse reactions under the skins for 75 fucking years. They didn't want it known, but then they had to bring them out. So we got all them. We got all the bloody pre-stuff with the animal testing, and why aren't they going shit? Bloody hell! Yeah, well, we all know why they're not doing it.
Well,
Yeah, same reason why they never
Yeah,
have done
some
through all of the
purpose.
bullshit they've been doing since after World War II with the 3-litre agencies. Since World War II.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah, really.
probably before then, mate.
Well, there was
Just-
adverse reactions come out that was MS, and one of them was a vascular necrosis. Well, ding, 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 I got both of them. So maybe I go into my medical history and find out what vaccination and how recently they were, and then start to try and find some fucking answers.
Right, yeah. But moving on. Next.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
didn't
and
mean as a down. Sorry about that. I'm just fucking.
hang on, Mike. I told you the truth, so what would happen? I'm reading up now. Garda Mall, genocide, since 2019, criminals. Yeah,
Yeah.
but when I was saying just tell me the truth, I just wanted, to have an even playing field, so we all know what the truth is. I'd like to
Yeah,
know. I'd like to know definitively how many people have possibly, allegedly, and all the other fucking G's fucking died because of an experimental jab. I'd like to
Oh,
know
not
what the correlation is between that jab and all the spikes that we've seen in other people, heart attacks, blood clots, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to
Even all
know.
the well-known people that are publicised that are dying. You can say old age, blah blah blah, some of this, some of that, but a lot of them are young.
Yeah, but what we need to know also is how much money was paid to these politicians to pick these companies for the vaccine.
Well, a lot of these politicians that in America and in the UK have fucking shares in Moderna
Stocks
and
and
Pfizer.
shares.
Yeah.
You know, so
Or
they've
they
all got an invested interest, which is why
Looking at
when
the
anybody's
screen.
telling you must do this, you must do that, just follow the money first before you jump through all the hurdles. Just follow the money.
Where's the money?
See where the money takes you, and when you find out that the cunt that's telling you to jump through this hurdle that's on fire, because he's telling you he ain't really, you'll find out he's got an invested
To be
interest.
fair, in a select
butane gas.
in select committee meetings, if and when it does come out, I thought as part of the it's not Merriam-Webster's Hansel. Anyway, the members of Parliament guide, you have to declare any financial interest in any companies that you're making any legislation on. Otherwise, is it Hansel?
Hanfords.
Hansard.
But but they're not. And we know this, allegedly.
Yes, so I mean, we have the legislation in place and the laws in place. So same as we have the same laws and legislation in place to stop people coming over. We could do it quite easily, really quite simply.
We'll just put it
And then
into
he swapped it for the Chinese version, didn't he? We had our own way of doing it, but we chose to go with the Chinese way of doing it.
This is all by design,
Sort of cube.
my friends, and it's all by design to wind us up, put us at each other's throats, distract us.
I'm just sorry, I'm back to it. I'm sick of dealing with the stupidity and the idiocracy of some of these people. They're just too inept. I mean, with these migrants coming across, you get a amount of people that are still out there running around with pink and purple and blue fucking hair, telling the migrants to come fuck them up the ring piece. No,
Where's that, Gammon? I don't mind blacking up. You know, I'll play the part.
Oh, fuck.
So, well, we're blowing the kisses that way. Camera's there. I'm looking at you, kid.
You don't have to,
Oh,
mate.
what
You've
the
been
fuck,
cockney
mate?
appropriating for years, Ethan.
All of these fucking the COVID, the fucking Brexit that bring over 10 million migrants. Let's go fight off all these wars. Let's save the fucking polar bears. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's fucking, women should go to work and the state should bring up your fucking kids because we're going to give you X amount of money for your kids to go to nursery. All of this, no, sorry, fuck off. And you know what? If you're going to, be a pro-Remainer, pro-stub a needle in your arm, pro fucking do this, pro do that, pro bring migrants over, I will laugh and I'm going to scorn at you.
Encouraging trafficking. Good on you. Thanks, the middle class and upper class people.
When
All about the world, but you carry on
the evidence
inviting them in.
out there for you, when you got places like, going on the migration stuff here, when Sweden, the home of fucking ABBA, turns into the rape capital of Europe, and you don't want to ask questions why, you're an idiot.
Do you know how many bombings they had last year?
I've lost out, mate, with the
Yeah,
grenade.
me too. Me too.
And
Yeah.
that doesn't include the fucking grenade attacks.
When they tell us with Brexit, we're all going to be fucked, and here's the reasons why, and they don't come true, even though we haven't actually had a fucking Brexit that we wanted, that the Brexiteers wanted. No one cares about the Brexit the Ramonas wanted. The Brexiteers that we wanted, we didn't get. And the small, tiny bit of Brexit we did get, the shit you lot said was going to happen has not come true. You have to fuck with the facts to try and even make it look slightly plausible. I
can't believe who they think the refugees are. I don't know. I think they really are. They really are in desperation. I think they honestly believe that. They don't believe it. Look at every dickhead that's coming across on the boats. They ain't fucking here. They need us. They're here to have a fucking great time.
Well, hang on. Does everybody seem to be forgetting that they obviously the financially all right because it costs them between $3,000 and $5,000 to get on that fucking dinghy?
Yeah.
Where does they get the money from for that?
If they weren't trafficked.
You know what I mean?
It's a crock of shit, which is why I have no sympathy. I mean, I can't ever see anything majorly kicking off in the UK. I can't ever see a Tyler rebellion. I can't ever see another 1660 fucking whatever it was civil war.
So what do we do? Live with it or abandon ship?
Well, soon you ain't going to be able to abandon ship.
Give me another option. I'm all fucking ears because at the moment it's like we've hit the fucking iceberg. Are we going to make a floaty device and get some hot water bottles, or are we going to try and fix the ship? We might still have time to fix the ship. What option? Because at the moment,
all you people that are encouraging these refugees or economic migrants, as we call them, you are traitors to Britain. You are traitors and should be treated as such.
Yeah.
You are disgusting.
Yeah, that's that.
individuals.
Yeah, well, that's.
You are slime. That's what you are.
The Manchester prepper, right? I said
Well,
this the other day in one of the streams I done last week, I think it was. Because he put in the Trojan horse gallops across the Channel Tunnel, an army for young fighting age men. Yeah, exactly. Now, when you look that we don't even have an army anymore, we actually have a militia because there's something like 89,000 in our army. 45,000 fucking illegal criminals entered our borders illegally.
No, that's what they said.
Right.
You could double, triple,
So-
or quadruple that.
Yeah, that's just what they're admitting to. That's 45,000. That's more than half of our militia.
How many
Well,
coppers do it?
Yeah. Well, thing is, right, if
Don't
you're
know.
talking about wasting money, the army, 5.2 billion on these light tanks that will never ever see service. What the hell? They ordered them. They're no good, dangerous. They will never ever come into service, but they've got to pay for them.
yeah, don't worry about the troops in the back that are only allowed to go out in them for about half an hour, I think it is, because of the damage it does to their
To the
spine.
spine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Ludicrous.
I'm going to have to jump in on that one because I had this same conversation with someone. Do you know what? It could have been our favourite man. Yeah, it could have been with Fucci. And he said, "Are you sure?" And I thought, "Oh, here we go."
There we go.
And he was under the, or he left me with the impression that there'd been modifications made so that it's not the disaster that we think it is. I mean, it's still a disaster, but
Oh, no,
not
Disasters go.
as disasters go. It's not quite as bad.
Apparently, the
They're not bringing them
teaching
into
bits on it
service.
work.
But full stop.
Yeah, they said they're not bringing them into service because it's not just the bad ride quality. It's the fact of the matter they haven't got the armour that they was said that they were going to get.
Yeah,
And there wasn't a decent kettle in it either.
Yeah.
well, don't forget they went off of a previous vehicle that was only supposed to weigh, I think it was something like around 3 tons, I think, if memory serves me correct. And the amount of armor that they was with what they was told that we want X amount of protection, we want X amount of speed, X amount of people to be carried in it, and it's cover X amount of armaments. With all of that shit added on, it made it so heavy that the chassis was too heavy for the suspension they applied, which is what fucking caused the problems with the spine and the hearing and everything else,
Yeah.
which is why it's made it apparent. So it's like literally, to make this work, we need to go back to the original design we had 20 years ago that did work, but we need to take all the fucking sides off of it. They basically got hold of a Ford Vauxhall Zafira and added 4 ton of armor plating to it, and then wondering what a suspension can't fucking handle it. I wonder why.
Well, they should have used the Saab, shouldn't they?
Obviously.
Did you see that pause there
They
for a
should-
second?
They should, and I'm going to use Fast and Furious 7 as this fact, they should have used a Volvo. Because that lovely scene what they filmed in Ibiza, and they go, oh my God, lads, they got a tank when they're driving around in a Ford Escort Mexico. If you look, there's a Volvo 740 GLT there.
Yeah.
Should have used the bloke that invented Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
The fucking
Right,
waste
we've got 10 minutes left. Are we going to move on to the talking about tanks and military? It does segue in artificial intelligence
Oh, the AI stuff.
and the
Yeah.
consequences of it.
Oh,
Yeah, but what is artificial intelligence? Can it pass a
Gonna be
jury?
bad.
if mate,
Well, you can't, mate. Fucking hell. My calculator does better than you.
Fucking
Take it, Gammon. You offered it.
this AI technology, man,
It's not AI.
is proper fucking scary shit. I tell you.
Yeah.
It
And
is
it
scary
ain't
shit.
your robots that you see walking around, you know what I mean? All that bollocks is that probably will happen, but why, you know? But that ain't the fucking
Will
major
rebuild
issue of it.
itself.
It's one of these fucking, you know what I mean? AI things that can hack into anything and do anything.
Think about it, right?
What's another thing that
Everybody wants the latest and greatest, yeah? So if you look at your smartphone, what's on it?
Pornhub.
Oh no.
Standard for you, any though.
It is
Yeah,
actually.
But you've got Siri, right? So obviously they keep messing with it, they keep wanting to make it better. Eventually they're going to get to a point where it's obviously it'll be able to listen to you and then say, right, do you want me to do this for you, or do you want me to do that, or would you like me to, without actually saying, hey Siri.
Dude, it already
it's
does
already
that
there.
anyway.
start waking you
you
up
do-
in the middle of the evening?
Let me finish before you jump in because it winds me up.
Does he?
Yeah.
Just a little
The
bit.
point of the matter is that it will start. You'll be sat having a conversation with your mate, talking bullshit like now,
Like you do.
yeah, and it'll ring police and you'll get arrested, and they'll use the conversation you had that the AI recorded as evidence against you.
That's already in now.
Hang on, so what you're saying is if I shouted out, hey Google, set an alarm for 5 a.m., if any of you poor bastards have got a Google phone, he's just set it for 5 a.m.
It didn't. No.
No, but here's the thing, right? Just having your phone there, yeah? Yeah,
That isn't AI
Just-
now
just-
anyway. That's just deep learning.
yeah this is just one of them. Fucking, if you get your phone, right? Although you ain't touched it, it's just there, right? And just keep on going on about, I don't know, fucking,
Holidays to Gran Canaria.
yeah, fucking something random, something you ain't never fucking searched for in your life, yeah? You start just keep on repeating it, that type of phrase. Eventually, you'll pick up your phone, and the first fucking thing that'll be on it is what you've been saying.
Yep, happens all. Sponsored adverts. I mean, doing it now, honestly, we can go. I would
It's
love
called
it.
data, it's called data harvesting. It's well known.
It's not AI. I'm talking about the phone. Eventually, will have an AI system on it because everybody wants it. It hasn't got an AI system on it now. That can't control my car if I ask it to.
Yeah, it can.
Yes, it can.
So if I said to it, "Hey Siri, start my car up," it's going to start my car up, is it?
If as long as you've got in your car the fucking adapter that fucking allows Siri to do it, which is, you know, plausible because you can do it with a fucking Range Rover.
It's plausible, but it can't now.
That's script.
Oh,
He's on about AI.
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
mate. Honestly, yeah. Okay, right. All right, Cal. All right.
Thing is, artificial intelligence.
That car can't drive itself round here, but an AI system in my car and my phone communicating can bring it to where I want it. It can start it up at whatever.
Well, that's
It'll
just
run
remote
that
controlness. You see, this AI system, right, that I'm fucking, you know, on about, is a thing that actually thinks for itself. It's autonomous. It can think for itself. It can problem solve. And what happens if it decides that the only way that this planet's going to fucking, you know, survive if it just uses a few of these nukes that it can fucking send to wherever, or even worse, it fucking creates something because a computer is fucking going to be more fucking cleverer than any man on the planet.
Okay, but what if you could trade in? If I turn around to you, because I mean I'd accept it on these conditions. If Microsoft or whatever come up to you and said, "Look, we'll give you this AI robot that can cook, suck, fucking clean. You just got to give us your wife." Would you swap it in? I would.
I want her to be in the room when you say that.
Oh,
She is.
What do I-
She is in the fucking room. Look at his face.
hang on. Right.
He's waiting for the
Joking, yeah.
frying pan. Fly.
You know-
She's
you know
dropped
what that
these,
is,
by the
though?
way.
Sorry, I love you.
Hey, your fucking food's going to be a treat for next week.
I don't know why he comes out with shit like that, man. Because I mean, if he's trained his missus properly, she should do all that anyway. You know what I
Come
mean?
and get some Imodium for next week, son. You're going to need it.
Okay. But now you just shit the bed, man. Well, you will do after she's put half a ton of Laxo in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what she's going to do? She's going to wait till you're on a fucking lung haul. And just the night before you go, oh, yeah, have some stew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys a quick story. I had an event to do, and the shit needed to be there. It was a festival. My mate come round and didn't tell me that his kids had the diarrhea the day before. And if anyone's ever experienced the toilet systems and the motorway services in France, would kind of appreciate driving through France with diarrhea is not a fun thing to have. There's no such thing as a toilet. It's a hole in the fucking floor.
You're in a hole, basically.
Oh, okay, son.
I thought the Indians had that whole toilet as well.
Hey, I hope you covered it over in the end. You don't want.
Was there a
fucking
point to that
after
story?
you.
None whatsoever.
Probably not.
Useless.
Was it
Which is
toilet paper?
Beautiful
Not
segue
just a
into our
tap.
advert.
Yeah.
And that is
Well, I don't know what's happening. There's 33 watching, so the 22 that just come in, fuck off, we don't want you. Now for the 11 regulars, we've got your name down for midweek quiz. You'll have to look out, set your notifications. Did you see what I did then? Did you see what I did then? Set your notifications, because we're having a midweek quiz. It's dead good, it's dead hard, and it's dead grown up.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's the
it
dead,
is as grown
dead
up
hard
as we
quiz
get.
for grown ups.
no,
Definitely.
it ain't gonna be that hard though, is it?
Hey, it is.
We've been
Yeah.
getting it right in years.
You know,
Fucking hell,
yeah.
So
Oh,
we got
shit.
you or your brother Jim
I didn't know about the
Bowen
Gascoigne
presenting.
during the rehearsal.
Oh, a bit question marks. It's all, I can't tell you where the questions are from because they're all wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not giving you any clues.
So set your notifications.
Oh, for fuck's
Freestyle.
sake, look at what the Bender's doing. Fucking press funny if you want the stream to carry on. Yeah,
God.
working.
well, if you want the stream to carry on, I'll put a link in the description for Fatty's channel. He'll, dare say, be going live pretty soon, doesn't he?
Old part-time Pete over there.
Carrying on, I've run out of fucking drink.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Talks about me having a girly fucking car and he drinks after a girly glass.
I'm sorry, a Range Rover.
Honestly, with his finger in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Um, Manchester Prepper. There's a quiz that Ethan stumbled across, and he thinks it's good to show the world basically how really, really, really not smart we are.
We are smart.
Yeah. What did we get?
Oh,
Someone
well,
like
You're
fucking.
prepper because you'll not fucking answers because you know what paper I'm getting them from. So you're not coming. It's bad. Don't let him in.
Don't give him a clue.
Fucking
I
get 11 out of fucking 20 or something the other day.
We got 16.
At one point when we had it done
16 out of
together.
20.
Yeah.
The other 4, we was just absent.
just to see how many active users there are in our comment section. If you think Range Rover Evoque is a fucking girl's car, press 2. Comment section.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
And if you think
Why?
a Saab is just a skip,
Scolder.
press 3.
And if you think boring every other cunt is funny, press 4.
Well, what do you think we're fucking here for, you daft bastard?
Are you doing a live stream as well now then, Flux?
Hey?
So
What?
you're going to be doing the live
Hell.
stream now then?
What?
Huh?
Go on here, Mush. Go
Oh.
on here.
It's the audio.
Don't forget, people.
Hey?
If only you had an
Join
audio.
us in Discord.
Nah.
Don't forget, people.
Remember what you done last time, T? Doing about saying stuff like that?
Uh,
No,
No?
I hope not.
Oh
anyway.
God,
Fucking-
yes, I do.
I'm
How quick his
sorry.
memory fucking drops, eh?
Oh God, yeah.
No.
Oh fuck. I mean, damn.
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've got to stop swearing and stuff, any because YouTube don't like it anymore.
Yeah, but we're going behind a paywall,
Oh,
aren't we?
damn, yeah.
But unfortunately for YouTube, I've got Tourette's, so fuck you.
I don't fucking believe you. There's no fucking way that you fat cunt's got Tourette's.
Oh,
It's fucking Care Bear system.
stop being fucking fattish, fat fuck.
Stop being twatty.
Yeah.
Oh, knock it off. It's as if we're going to get this fucking live stream bloody monetized, is it, you dull bunch of wankers?
More chance of shit and
No
slum.
matter how much you fucking try, everybody who's gonna know you is the fat man. No matter what you do, you ain't gonna change.
What if I quit my fucking job and like become a YouTuber?
You'll still be the fat
Poor
man.
man's Range
Right.
Rover, mate, I agree. But it's still a Range Rover.
I'm
so
off.
don't give a fuck.
Put the link out for Discord, lads. The link's in the description, but hang on, I'll see if I can fucking diddle it for you
there's
before I
people
go.
asking for it, dude, in general.
There's the link.
Yeah, she'll be
Got
welcome
one.
to our Discord channel. We might not behave and we're not responsible.
There you go.
I'm
Right.
not as exciting in real life.
We are
Fucking
not in
mulch
the
it.
room at the moment. We're in a streaming room, but soon as we finish the live stream, we'll be in chat room 1.
No, we won't.
Oh dear.
Right then. So,
Is he going to give the exit doors are here,
yeah.
and here?
Point
Right.
where it hurts.
All right. Good night.
Good
Yeah.
night, all.
No, peeps. Catch you next week. And maybe we'll do a Wednesday stream, so keep your notifications on for that if you want to have a look. But yeah, take it easy, peeps. Have fun. And don't let the bastards grind you down, eh?
Right.
Oh
You
no,
know?
just give in. Be apathetic. Be like me.
Gammon do that.
Form.